A couple of things, Stugotz, that gets us a little bit closer to football. Dan Campbell is wearing a hat that reads grit on it.
Of course he is.
And he gives us the quote, and I don't know what this means, but it sounds good, and Dan Campbell always sounds good. He sounds like football. He says, quote, "We'll tread water for as long as it takes to bury you." So they're going to tread water and tread
Stay in the
water
game,
and then
Dano.
tread water, and then he's going to threaten to bury you. Also, he calls Josh Reynolds. I've got one question after I read this to you, what he is calling wide receiver Josh Reynolds. He calls him a praying mantis, a spider of death, and a frickin' serpent. And my question to you is, has Josh Reynolds ever had 500 receiving yards in a season?
No, but he's capable. I mean, I'm telling you.
I'm not saying he's not capable, and I might be wrong.
He certainly was in the Rams offense.
I might be wrong. He may have had a 500 season with the Rams.
618 yards.
Wow, look at that. Huh?
Does he have any other 500-yard
This
seasons?
is where your fantasy agnosticism really plays into the factor. Otherwise, I mean, why would you have heard of Josh Reynolds if not for fantasy?
Does he have any other 500-yard seasons?
I'm checking.
Well, you got me there, Dan Le Batard.
But you found the 600-yard
Yeah.
one. That's
I've
not
never
that-
checked
but I
Josh
didn't
Reynolds'
expect
stats.
two.
I mean, this is crazy.
What year is he in? Year 4?
Oh, let me
He
check
is
it.
entering his 6th season in the league, and also 618 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's not a fantasy relevant receiver.
No,
if anything,
good for a streamer.
Yeah, but he did it over like 4 games. I mean,
Is it good for a praying mantis, a spider of death, or a frickin' serpent?
No.
I also, when you said I have a question off the back of this, I thought you were going to ask, what is the commonality between those 3 animals? Because I don't know what the commonality between a praying mantis, a spider, and a frickin' serpent is. What's the same? What is the same about those 3 animals?
Which is the best of those animals? Is
Praying
it,
mantis. I think the women eat the men in the praying mantis.
really?
Yeah, I think after they have their babies, they eat the man.
what about the
after they get it on? Yeah.
Really?
They don't even wait for
Goals.
the pregnancy.
Wow.
that's not the black widow? That's the praying mantis?
What is this? What they all have in common? The fact that they kill their partners?
The spider of death, I don't know how
No,
it
it's
got
definitely
its
the praying
nickname.
mantis. I know that about that.
The praying mantis is the spider of death.
No, the praying mantis does eat the partner.
We don't know about the spider of death, right?
I don't know about the black widow.
Yeah.
Hell of a pool player though.
Frickin' serpent. I just put it on the poll, please, Whittingham. If you are a praying mantis, a spider of death, and a frickin' serpent, should you be able to put together one 620-yard receiving season?
It'd make you the greatest wide receiver of all time, would it not?
It's pretty good. All of those things are pretty good.
I love Dan Campbell. He is so basic. He's such a great coach. He cares. He's passionate. He was ranting about how he loves that every game this season is Sunday at 1 o'clock for the Lions. They don't have a 4 o'clock game, a Thursday night game, a Saturday game, a Monday game. They're not good enough to play in those games.
Thanksgiving can't be at 1 o'clock. I get your point.
No, they play
It's
at
a
noon. They play
12:30.
at noon, yeah.
Earlier.
It's a 12:30
Semantics.
game. Earlier. He
It's
loves
earlier.
it.
It's like
But
11:30.
every other game is Sunday at 1, and he is so excited that he could have a routine, his team could have a routine, and that he's not good enough to be featured in any 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock games.
Dan was spot on. The black widow, in addition to the mantis, also eats the male.
Wow.
So we've got 2 male eaters and a frickin' serpent. A spider of death, a praying mantis, a frickin' serpent.
Don't try to have sex with Josh Reynolds.
And it says here that the praying mantis, it says sexual cannibalism is common among praying mantises, and researchers have attributed this behavior to ensuring the survival of the female and her offspring. Seems very intense.
Sexual cannibalism is during or after?
After.
They eat the head.
Because sexual cannibalism sounds like it could be during.
But they got to finish the
I
act.
feel like
No.
we're getting into semantics about like what constitutes the act being finished for praying mantis. Like this is a Ron McGill conversation now.
I disagree. I believe that we can enter into it because once you've made it sexual cannibalism, it's no longer just cannibalism. If it's after sex, then it's cannibalism. It's not sexual cannibalism. If it's
Usually have dinner before sex too.
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to have a bloated belly.
I get that. Yeah, it's the most embarrassing thing for a little fart to pop out.
It's like swimming. You gotta wait a half hour.
Or just get right to it. You don't want the stomach to get after it, especially if
Right.
you've had any sort of
Yes.
alcohol.
Food settles in.
Yeah.
Yeah.